Hi. So finally, there's a bunch of videos that are talking about it. Okay. Like I've been hearing snide comments here and there. I've been seeing people's reactions. I've been hearing things. Okay. And I'm just like in my head, like, people are not talking about it. Like black women are not talking about it. But today we're seeing a video that black women are talking about it. Okay. The last couple of years where segregation is being abolished and diversity is being infused and introduced into society, there has been lots of interracial marriages, black women marrying black men, Asian men marrying black women, Asian men marrying African women. It's been so amazing. And personally, I just feel that's so beautiful because I want love. Like, I love love, and love, would make the world go round, right? Yes, yes. So, some black women have an issue with the interracial marriage where the man is a black person, but they mostly have the issue with the white women. It's like, I want to talk about this. Like, this is like unrelated. I know that I may be diverting a little bit, but why is it that when a woman catches her husband being unfaithful, in the cases that I've seen, she, transfers that anger to the female? You don't know the female. She's not your friend. However she wants to live her life doesn't really concern you. You know your husband. He's your partner. You guys, however he lives his life concerns you. So you should take that up with him. But this is unrelated. I'm not coming for anybody. But let us get into this video and see what this is about, okay?
Women. That's the TikTok I just saw. So this girl was talking about how she was approached by a lady or a young girl and her group of friends, and the girl asked, do you have a problem with black men dating white women? And some of them were like, yeah. Some of them said no. And then she went on to say, well, my bigger question would be, why do the white women feel like they need to date black men? And then she went on to say, my bigger question would be, why do the white women feel like they need to date black men? And then she went and explained, like, oh, it's because of the kids, and they want the kids to look a certain way. Not sure I agree with that of this lady's video, as she gets to the end and she says, we need to have more conversations like this because they're not being had anymore. It's called staying in your own lane. Stay the fuck in your own lane. If you don't like to date outside of your race, that's great. I love that for you. Stay the fuck in your own lane. If you are a black girl that wants to date a white man, go for it. If you're a black girl that wants to date a Hispanic man, go for it. If you're a white woman that wants to date a black man, go for it. You get the point, correct? It's called minding your own fucking business and staying in your own lane. What does a white and a black man's relationship, how does that affect you? That is the most mind-blowing part of this whole entire social media with me and Shane. And when I post him on my social media and I get all the comments, I'm like, how the relationship an inconvenience to your life? Disagree. I think we should all get back in our own lanes and
something, right? This conversation, I feel like it could be really grand. It could be really broad, because there have been some talks that black women actually did not want the black men. Yeah, they did not want them because the statistics of them, leaving and just making them single parents is high. I'm not going into that statistics. I'm just trying to talk about something. Y'all don't come for me, okay? So they don't want them, right? But it's like they also don't want them to go to another race. Now, let me tell you something. So there's been talks that if a deadbeat black man dates a black woman, he's like, no, if a black man dates a black woman, he's deadbeat. But the moment he gets involved with a white lady, he becomes an angel. I don't even know what that's about. I've not seen it myself, so it's not something I can say yes or no, right? I can't vouch for anybody, but I don't know. Do you guys think it's true, right? And I don't know what that's about. But I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. Am I just so involved or so in love with love? Because before you fall in love with someone, you're seeing that person's heart. Like you're seeing that person check all your boxes. I'm thinking, so where do you? I don't think that the person's race is the first thing you look at. And if you are like wanting to get involved with someone, if you're trying to like, if your heart is trying to fall in love with someone, and your heart is looking at the race of the person, you need to check yourself because you may just be a racist. And we don't do that anymore. That's like 1990s, and like we're in 2025. So why are they coming for her? So I think this person is a social media like influencer who is in an interracial marriage, which I think is really beautiful. Okay, and then she was making some people were making statements about like wanting to be in an interracial marriage because of they want their kids to look a certain way. I mean, mixed children is so beautiful, right? White kids are so beautiful, black kids are so beautiful. If you're beautiful, you're beautiful. That's just it. In whatever skin color you are, whatever hair texture you have, if you're fine, you're fine. And if you're not, you're not. I'm gonna tell you, like, I can even show you for a fact, but like we're not shading people on here. But like you don't come at people for who their heart chooses. Or I know that some people can be deliberate about these things. I know that some people can be, like not honest about these things. Some people may want to, be in an interracial marriage for even like the fame, because I think Blasian marriages is not really, as publicized as like other interracial marriages, right? Even Hungarians, right? So I know that some people would want to just be with these people just for the attention, most especially if the people who are online, like if they have a social media presence and stuff. But like, don't use like the 5% to judge the remaining 95%, or don't use the 20% to judge the 80%, because the people who are genuine and then you're putting everyone in a box, that's just unfair. Because some people are genuinely in love and then just they just woke up one morning and be like, oh my god, like you're black or you're white. Like some people genuinely don't look at these things, and now you're coming to ask them and to like backlash them and then to make them feel some type of way. No, you don't get to do that. Okay, no, you don't get to do that. No, you don't get to ask a question. No, even if you ask a question, you don't get an answer because you're wrong. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not standing here to defend anyone. I'm just saying that sometimes we should learn to mind our business. I think that's like the bottom line of everything. Like maybe sometimes we should just think like, oh, I don't like this comment, I don't like this content, I don't like this people, and then instead of like trying to instigate them or trying to like maybe just like stay in your lane, mind your business, and just go about like you don't know these people. Like your life wouldn't change either ways if you don't talk to them. Okay, but I don't know what kind of like validation people need from certain people online, but I cannot relate to it. So most times I'll also advise you, like even if you see those people who are doing it for the like non-positive reason, you could actually just like go the other way. And at the end of the day, let love lead. Let people fall in love who they want to fall in love with. Okay, let this world leave segregation. Let this world like we're so focused on race, we're so focused on skin color, we're so like yes, I get that sometimes people want to date in their race because they want to preserve the culture. I understand that, but trust me, a mixed person is actually a representative of two cultures. It depends on how you want to raise a kid. Okay, if you're a black person, you get married to a white person, your child, leans only to the white part of like their culture, is a fault of you, the black person. Because even if you were a black single parent, your child would not be in touch with your culture. So it just goes to say that culture is what you teach your child, and your child is who they are based on how you raise them. So it's also like, and then some people want to marry in their race because they just don't want to go through that stress of learning people's culture and understanding people's different way of life and stuff. I can understand that. I mean, not everyone's love has energy, and maybe your love just doesn't have energy to come learn about someone's culture. Let's say like in your culture, you eat like bread and sunny side up in the morning, and then you fall in love with someone who just doesn't get why you're eating raw eggs, and you're just not in the mood to come explain to your spouse why you eat raw eggs, and you're understandable. Like you'll do at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, sometimes we should just learn to like mind our business. Like we should just actually try it And then if it doesn't work for us, then I can understand if you come ask this kind of questions. But nonetheless, we've put this out here. Let me know what you all think about this video. What you think about the comments. What you think about the topic in general. And let's just get a conversation starting down the comment box. Please do not hesitate to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Subscribe. I would love to get to know you guys. I would love for us to, like, get a conversation started basically. So let's keep on staying safe and healthy. So